Alright, I'm DigitalAdhesive and welcome to another episode of Let's Play WoW Battlegrounds. And let's jump right in here. We start in 10, 9, 8, 7, you know the rest. We have about 5 healers to their 3 or so. So I'm feeling pretty confident going into this one. And this game is a real example of momentum and how it can shift. One of the nice things about Battlegrounds, it's a love-hate thing, is you never know what you're going to get as far as team makeup goes, both for your team and the opponents. So you're really spending the first 5 minutes of the match figuring out, if you're going to roll them or get rolled, if it's going to be like a 10-minute battleground, a 5-minute battleground, or if it's going to be one of those long stalemate battlegrounds. And at first here, we're feeling pretty confident. We have a lot of healers, shamans, another priest or two, and I start out with my standard idea of going with a pack and deciding whether or not I want to go for their flag or to help out in the middle. I decided to help out in the middle here because I saw a storm brewing, and I thought I could contribute more to it by fighting than by flag capping or assisting with flag capping. So I'm getting a little bold here. I normally don't like to be the first in the line, but I saw there's only 1 or 2 guys, and we were 1 or 2 enemy alliance players, and we were backed up pretty well. I was supported. And one of the things I've been realizing more and more, it seems obvious, but it's only when I'm caught out in the alone that I'm really vulnerable. If a rogue jumps me and I'm around 2 or 3 of my buddies, I'm fine. They'll just burn them right down. But if I get caught off to the side, or like I can see my allies but they're far enough away that getting over to me would be kind of a pain in the ass, or they have better target prospects closer, then I'm in trouble and I can go down pretty fast. So I've been trying to stay with the pack more. You see our flag carrier, I spot him, and I decide to stop fighting in the field and just escort him back. They have our flag too, so I'm kind of keeping my eyes open. I don't know where they are, but I just know that I'm right next to our flag guy, so might as well just help him out. And we get into a bit of trouble here. I get rooted only for a second, pop down the Psi Fiend, and the Psi Fiend, I know I've talked a lot about it before, how much I love it, but it really is amazing to be able to cycle between that and the cooldown. I make a mistake there. I use Will of the Forsaken by accident instead of my trinket to get out of that, and it doesn't work, obviously. Learn your keybinds. But as I was saying, being able to cycle back and forth between Psychic Scream and the Psi Fiend for crowd control is just amazing. And what I really need to do is pay more attention to my cooldowns. I started doing that in this match. But what I want to do is sap. Freaking rogues, man, I'm telling you. I don't know much about rogues these days, but they've got like that 8-second sap, and then if you get out of it, they've got like a follow-up 3-second sap they can do. It's a real pain in the ass. Anyway, what I want to do is get a some sort of add-on that will just like scream at me when I could put my Psi Fiend down again, because I think that's like a 45-second cooldown, long enough so you pop it right down there, right in the middle of them. Almost always they ignore it at this level, and he's just out there casting fear over and over and over, just disrupting the hell out of the coordination of the enemy. It's incredible. It's for PvP, there's no better talent to pick up in the beginning as a priest. Alright, and sapped again. Trinket out of it, just because I don't want to deal with it. I don't want to be the only one there again, because if all my entire teammate leaves here, there's a 3-second sap. Then this will happen. I'll get attacked, and I don't have any friends around me, and this is bad. So I decide to disengage. I Psychic Scream, send him out, and of course a hunter starts shooting at me, slows me down, and now I'm in trouble. Yeah, I got 4 guys pounding on me, pets, arrows, you name it. No way I was getting out of that. And that all happened because I was out of position, and now I've got a 20-second wait, and that's 20 seconds I'm not in the field healing my allies and doing damage. So yeah, just thinking ahead, and knowing where you are in relation to your team as well as the enemy can make all the difference in the world. I played matches where I haven't died once, and many more matches where I've only died once, which is unheard of for me in Battlegrounds. I almost always count on dying 6, 7, 8 times in the past before I started this character. Alright, we got a warrior here. Warriors don't seem to be all that impressive in Battlegrounds in the beginning. I'm sure they come into their own later on. I'm not too worried about this guy. I penance him, I throw a dot on him. I figure by the time he gets to the flag room where we have 2 or 3 guys, he'll be softened up enough. Okay, jump on my steed. By the way, I don't know exactly how call to arms works for Battlegrounds. I don't know if you get bonus honor or bonus experience. If someone knows that, post in the comments. That'd be great. I've done some Googling, and I can't find a straight answer. It's weird. Anyway, that guy's still up, Roid Rage. Well, he's not looking too pretty. Alright, so I know we got a few guys down here by the flag. I take a peek in. I don't know why we haven't picked it up, because I've consistently seen we have at least one person in that room, so I decided to check it out for myself. I grabbed the speed buff. Maybe I should have waited until I was leaving, but whatever. We have one guy, and there's the reason. He's a single rogue, and he doesn't want to cap the flag without any support, which I fully understand. So, the duty falls to good old Ratsack. I grab the flag and decide to make a speedy egress. Rogue comes with me, Shaman comes with me, so we're a 3-man team. And I didn't realize, I alluded to this in the my prior video, but I didn't realize at this point that you can't mount when you're carrying the flag. That's how long it's been since I've played this game. Find that right there. And so I'm like, all right, well, got no speed buffs. I'm just, gotta trudge it across the field the old-fashioned way. No problem. Rogue goes to get the Berserk power up. The Shaman, even though he's faster than me with Spirit Wolf, is dutifully zigzagging back and forth so he doesn't get ahead of me. And I'm gonna grab a sip of coffee. I see 3 Alliance down there. Hang on. So not going that way. I decided to run this way, and I thought this was clever, if simple. See, they're coming to intercept. I throw a Siphene down right in the middle of these bushes, where it's not easily seen, so they can't take it out unless they're really looking for it. And so, yep, that's distracted them. Fear, fear, fear. And I'm going with my entourage back toward the flag. Now, you'll notice they have our flag too, so I don't know, probably more than half of our team, including me, is returning with the flag. So I'm a little concerned about whether or not it's going to devolve into one of those matches where our flag carrier sits on our cap point and theirs does the same, and no progress is made whatsoever because we're both really well guarded. But I'm like, screw it. I got the flag, gonna just run up to the cap point, sit it out, see what happens. And I've got 2 people with me. My same, well, nope, the rogue's not there, but the Shaman stayed with me, and it looks like I got a priest or a mage with me. We kill their guy, we cap, all good, right? So you remember I was alluding to momentum earlier. Right now I'm thinking, well, we got 12 minutes left. This will be fine. We're just gonna roll them again. We blew through them twice. We capped twice. No big deal. I'll be back in Orgrimmar, sipping coffee and smoking butts in 2 minutes. Well, I don't know what happened. Whether key members of our team dropped out and were replaced, or whether the Alliance just got their shit together. But it becomes a crazy knockdown dragout from this point out. Alright, kill this hunter, no big deal. Siphene down. Scare these guys, or fear them rather. Try to keep going with the penance like I spoke of earlier, trying to do that more. And right now I'm sort of in offensive mode. I'm not looking too much at my teammates' health bars, except, well, now I am, because I see this Shaman is in trouble. There's a whole bunch of guys down there, and I need to sort of go on defense. I start using penance to heal instead of to attack at this point. And we're kind of pressed up against our gates, but we got this under control. we're just going to try and take the fight to the enemy and grab the flag again. Now look at all of us down here. This is crazy. And so I'm just doing my normal shield rotation and trying to charge the pack here. Again, staying in the back, trying not to get noticed. And at this point, most of my attention now, when I get into super heal mode, I'm staring at the health bars of my teammates on the right side of all my my button bars. And it's really weird to do that, to jump back and forth between offense and defense, because when I'm looking at those buttons, I don't see what's going on around me. Even like whether I'm getting attacked or not, all of my data is coming just from those health boxes. It's almost like trying to fly an airplane using instruments only in the middle of a rainstorm. It's a weird experience, especially when I find that I haven't been using penance to heal a lot, or I want to drop the Siphene like I just did, and then I have to look up and look away from all that information about my teammates' health. If I want to do damage, if I want to do crowd control, if I want to do anything like that. So it really is two different ways of flying the plane or playing this game, so to speak. But I can tell when I see lots of red, when I see half their team around us, I know I need to be focusing on healing and on those health bars, because I don't have the luxury of being able to fire off Shadow Word Pain or to use Penance offensively. I just have to. It's hard enough to keep up with the Power Word Shield rotation and make sure everyone's hooked up with it, or figure out who. If someone isn't hooked up with it, figure if they still have a cooldown going, and whether I can apply it to them again or not. So it's a lot of micromanagement, and I really feel bad when I lose a player, especially if I'm just like a second too late on the heal, or half a second. Excuse me. So not too much to comment on right now beyond what I already said. You can see I'm just trying to keep all of my friends in range, trying to keep an eye on my cooldowns for my crowd control abilities, and just trying to keep everyone up. Just moving the mouse over those those health boxes, and moving myself back and forth. Fortunately, this add-on puts in, if I'm out of range of someone, and I put my cursor over their health box, it'll point an arrow toward their direction, which is really handy. Alright, throw down a Siphene in the middle of all that, which is really handy, as always. Starting to lose some teammates, so I revert to Penance to heal, as always, which is just a lifesaver. I move in here to Psychic Scream, just because there's too many guys all clustered around a couple of teammates. I'm trying to save that priest down there, but I just couldn't do it. Kept him up for a little while, but and now I'm just getting mauled, but nothing you can do there. Now, it's crazy how much I contributed to that just by kind of hanging in the back and healing and moving up to the middle to crowd control when the opportunity presented itself. But you'll notice how quickly I went down when they all focused on me. It's crazy. If they could coordinate and just say, okay, everyone take out the priests, and they all, or take out the healers, and they all had like the same add-on that shows who the healers are that I have, I wouldn't last a second, and then they could take the healers out and just plow through the rest of the team. But fortunately, that's not an issue. Alright, I see someone with our flag. He's got a hunter buddy with him. I'm rooted for a second, no big deal. Move up, shield myself, and it looks like the guy with our flag is running right back to our base. So I decided to follow him, along with probably half of our team. And you see, we have 6 minutes left. We haven't capped the flag again. You know, they've started to put up really good resistance. So we just gotta, roll with the punches. I see another hunter. They're pretty hunter heavy, and all of a sudden, look at these guys drop down like ninjas around us, and all of a sudden, this has turned into not a fun experience. They're in front of me. They're behind me. I'm getting shot. I'm getting targeted. Oh god, not a good time. And as you can guess, I die because there's half their team is there, and only I am there, or at least that's what it felt like. And to add insult to injury, they take my insignia just because they can, because they're bastards. Now, both of our flag carriers are pretty close to each other now, which is interesting. And right now, at 10 seconds to go before my res, I really want to jump back into this fight, and it's torturous knowing they're both right there, and there's nothing I can do for 10 more seconds. But here we go. Pop inner fire, and of course put the Panda Cub out there, because that's what wins you the matches. Remember that. And I see we're all clustered in a ball here, and looks good to me. Look on the map, don't see anything. And there's that sap again. I trinket out of it. There's the 3-second sap. And I just have to sort of eat that one. And I'm hanging out with a couple of friends. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That is so annoying. But at least when it happens around your buddies, all they can do is annoy you. They don't have the stones to attack you. Now, I didn't know what to do here. I thought we were just sort of having a good time because I was positive that we were going to win. But so I wait for a friend to attack this guy, and then I just sort of join in, whatever, penance him, dot him. I'm not going to chase him. A couple of friends come out, including that decked-out heirloom warrior. And there's a rogue. Pop down the Psi-Fiend again and just keep this thing rolling. Of course, that bastard has to come in and kill my Psi-Fiend. That normally doesn't happen, but it's annoying when it does. And so these guys are kind of beating the hell out of me, and I decide I don't want to be here. Fortunately, this shaman over here has my back, otherwise it could have been pretty bad. I reciprocate with a power word shield, and we start heading toward their flag zone. All together, jump on the horse. See, there's a hunter over there. It's funny too, in these long games you become familiar with the people involved on the enemy team. It involves some rivalries. That looks like a good place to throw down the Psi-Fiend. Start getting offensive again, keeping one corner of my eye on the health boxes just to make sure that everything isn't going to hell without my realizing it. And I want some revenge on this hunter. So throw out the penance, charge in. The shaman's taking some pretty bad hits, so I switch from offense to defense, but we have a warrior on him, we're fine. Coffee time. Oh, excuse me. And I love these big patches here, like these big patches of enemies. When you've got roughly the same amount, you can sort of slip in under the radar and just start influencing it by healing. Pop Alpha, Psychic Scream, make them all scatter. This monk on me. That would have been a great time to use Will of the Forsaken, but again, things get frantic. Psi-Fiend's up, just keeping the crowd control rotation going. And now I'm back into total defense healing mode, trinket out of whatever I was in. But I got guys all over the place on me. My cooldowns are out except for Psychic Scream, which is up again, which I use. Fortunately, I had presence of mind to keep an eye on my cooldown. I'm getting burned pretty hard, but the healers on my team, especially that Tauren Shaman, did a really great job of keeping me up. And it's fantastic when you're a healer and other healers support you and back you up, because you never expect it to happen at all. So if you're a healer, a primary healer, and you're getting healed, it makes you feel invincible. It's a wonderful feeling. Psi-Fiend's up again, just making total use of those cooldowns, trying to, again, not have wasted potential, not have cooldowns floating, doing nothing when they could be doing something. Again, the whole RTS principle of float. And now we're just trying to run out the clock. Trying to get kills, get honor, get XP, just duke it out while we run the clock down. Probably 30 seconds or so, this match will be over. But yeah, you can see, it looked like we were going to free cap, just one after the other, boom, boom, boom. But we just hit a brick wall halfway through. I'm not, or 2/3 of the way through, and it ended up making the match last twice as long as it could have. Not sure what happened. The Alliance just probably kind of fell into a rhythm and got their shit together. Not enough to win them the match, but enough to to make it last for a while. And again, level up. It was crazy. This is the only match I played since the prior one too, so just rolling in that XP. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, subscribe, get involved, and